don't have the greenhouse as a garden, I have this as well. These are carrots, and we've let them go to seed. You have to let the carrots stay in the ground for 2 years before they go to seed. So that's what we did, so we would have carrot seeds to plant for next year. And then we'll do the same thing again. We'll leave a few of the carrots in the ground so that they can start making carrot seeds again. So like I said, it takes 2 years, so that's what it is. And then you can see here that the Egyptian onion, I planted some of them out here, and I'll be taking those balls off and planting them. I'll plant them in another area as well. And then here's our asparagus. This here the deer ate on. This one here and that one here. And it was starting to put seeds out, so I was a little upset when I saw that the deer had eaten them. And you can see where they took that one completely off the top there. So, and these are asparagus. Now, it was really, this ground, I'm telling you, it's not the best in the world. Your asparagus, when you get the roots, when you buy the roots like from Lowe's or Walmart or Home Depot or any of those areas, those are two-year-old roots. So you aren't supposed to eat these, I believe, until they're 3 years old. So the first year you plant them, they're really not going to do a whole lot. But then by the following year, they'll start sprouting. Well, these have been in the ground here, excuse me, for about 3-4 years. And just this year is the first time they've done this well. They're still not perfect. I mean, as they were coming up, we could have cut them and ate them, but we didn't. For one, I kind of forgot about these out here for a while, and then came out here and they were starting to sprout, so it's like, oh, cool. So I let them go so that they would be hopefully a better crop next year, and so that's what I did. And then this here, down here, is what's called lichen. It's a ground cover, and how it got into our garden, our raised bed, is we took the soil from over by the house in some areas that was built up with soil, and brought it over here and put it in this along with some chicken manure and goat manure and rabbit manure. And you can see that it needs to be built back up because the soil's, it's settled down and everything. So next year, I'm going to dig this here out, replant him someplace else. And this is a blackberry bush, and you can see it's got lots of flowers. It's got some blackberries getting started on it, So I'll dig this out. I'll cut it back and dig it out this fall and transplant it, plant it in a different area. Thinking about planting it over there in that spot there where I've been putting rabbit manure and other manure, chicken and everything. So that ground's going to be pretty good. I think they came over here and they dug most of this soil out of here because it was not anything of any good. But now you can see that with the chicken manure and the rabbit manure out here that the soil's going to be pretty good, I think. And that looks like somebody killed something there. So I've been having problems with them taking off with my guineas. I'm down to 5 baby guineas. So, and then here is some more thyme. This is my other thyme. You can see how big it is. And these potatoes I left in last summer. In the fall, when I came out and picked some out, I left some in here. So these are all volunteer potatoes, and you can see how well they're doing. And you can see how the deer have been eating the tops of them. Now, potatoes are a nightshade plant. Supposed to be poisonous, but the deer have been eating them. I haven't seen any of the deer die yet. So maybe it's not poisonous as bad as they said. Obviously not to deer. I'd never try and eat it. But and then here's an onion we left in, and it did have seed on it, and something broke the seed off of it, so my daughter took the seed in. So it's going to be looking pretty good. There are going to be some good seeds that we'll plant next year, and for a bigger onion crop. But here's a whole bunch of potatoes. These are some more that I had left in. These are the yellow Yukons with the thin skins. That's what my daughter likes, is the thin-skinned potatoes, so that we can just wash them off and bake them, or just cut them up and have them with the skins on. So this is our raised bed, and you can see here also that it needs to also have some soil put back in. So this next year, this next fall, I'll start putting in more rabbit manure and more dirt in here, and because all this will be cleaned out, all the onions and the potatoes will all be cleaned out. So this one here will be ready. I'm just going to have to, I don't want to dig these back up, the asparagus back up, because I don't want them to fall back. I want to keep them going. So I'll probably just fill the dirt up into so far. I don't think it would hurt if I put more dirt over the top of these, to tell you the truth. They'll probably do just as well. But the Egyptian onions, I'll pull them out, take the tops off, and I'll replant them once I get these all filled back up, the soil filled back up in them. My daughter came out and planted some pumpkins, and you can see them. They're not going to make it. We're going to start having cold weather here in another couple of weeks. Actually, it says, according to the weather, it's supposed to be in the hundreds, clear up to the 17th of this month. So I think after that it's going to start cooling down. We did have a nice rain shower Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. We had a real nice rain shower. Sorry about the voice. So that was really nice, but as you can see, the ground, it doesn't take long. I mean, it rained very, very hard, but this ground is so porous. Now, I just watered this not that long ago, and you can see how it's drying up already. And this was just watered again yesterday. This is some lavender. That's a lavender plant. And this is Russian sage. These are Russian sage. You can see how they spread quite a bit. They're not edible. They are not edible. Do not buy Russian sage to use, because it is not edible. And here is our other strawberry patch. We have several strawberry patches. And so this is our other strawberry patch, which I'm watering right now. I'm flood irrigating it. I've had the deer come in. I have these hooks here, this hook, to keep the deer from pulling the wire up. And they flipped that one there off somehow. I don't know how they did it. So I fixed this to where it went over the top of it, so they wouldn't be able to do that again. But you can see how well these strawberries are doing. I've eaten several strawberries off of here. These over here, the deer, like I say, they pulled this here one off and came in here and ate on these plants. But you can see they're putting flowers on, they're putting runners on, they're putting out strawberries even, I think strawberries are pretty resilient. They no matter what you do, they all come back. Unless you don't water them forever and ever. Then they might not. But, yeah. So I just don't, you can see where they come in here and push their heads down in here and ate these here off. You can see where they ate those there off. Right over here. They push on these fences and everything. They're really bad about it. Frustrating. But yeah. They stuck their heads through here and ate on these down there. You can see there. I just put this back up here. The wind keeps blowing it off into Never Never Land, and so I have to wind up coming back. So I think maybe they got on their knees and ate those there. Ate these here down. So, but they're doing good. I think the fawns even get into some of this because they're smaller. So yeah, I just don't have just the greenhouse. I have this garden too. These here were here when I bought the place. I just kind of put them in this pot. I do want to put them in that bathtub over there. I'm going to fill it up with a bunch of dirt and manure and stuff and put it in, those in there. Along with, I'm going to put some spices in that as well. But yeah, there's our other garden. Anyway, please subscribe. Please push the bell so you get a notification every time we do a video. These potatoes here I'm going to have to cover up with the dirt so that because the green potatoes aren't good for you. So I'm going to get some dirt and take this wire down and cover these all up. There's some here in the back here too that, I don't know if you can see them or not, but they need to be covered up. So I'll be doing that too this afternoon. Anyway, please subscribe. Please push the bell so that you get a notification every time we do a video. Make a comment, a good comment or a bad comment. Push the like button or the not like button. And I will catch you on the flip side.